Alright, today, this is the recap for today, Tuesday, February 17th. Ended up taking one trade. So coming into the morning, I was very bearish. So if you flip to the 4-hour time frame, higher time frame, I mentioned this yesterday, we have a higher time frame SMT at this 4-hour intermediate high, whatever. Market structure shift to the downside, making lower highs and lower lows right here. Clear shift in market structure. Okay. Simple. Alright. I said, if you go, by the way, if you want my daily bias every day, you want to watch me live trade, I do it on YouTube once a week. But if you want to watch me every day, link in the description, as well as if you want to get mentored by me one-on-one, 3 hourly calls per week, and just add me on Insta and DM me. But I said we could be short-term bullish towards this 4-hour intermediate high, absorb some stop losses, and continue lower. But today, my condition was this hourly intermediate high here, high inside of a gap. Here, I'll just mark it out. And I was saying if we end up pushing through it, and by 10, if we end up inversing this hourly, I'll be bullish towards these stacked highs up here. Also, before open, we had this. Let's replay this. Before open, what also led me to this draw on liquidity, it was London high, and pre-market, we already had inverse this 15-minute, so you can see here, stop rate of these buyers, stop them out, buyers take over again, and lead me towards that high. I don't take 15-minute inverses, and I don't trade pre-market a lot, so there's that. Immediately off of open, we dump into this 5-minute right here. Pretty small. There was no 30-second, not even a 15-second towards London. I didn't even like this really, just because of market structure. I just didn't like it. Okay, would have faded it anyways, and we ended up just continuing higher and higher and higher. What I wanted to see was us making a 5-minute. We ended up making this 5-minute gap here. So this was my new condition. If we ended up getting a long out of it, pretty good targets. We do have True Day lined up. Well, yesterday's True Day lined up with Asia, but Asia wasn't really anything special, just because it wasn't like a high inside of a gap. It wasn't a major swing high or anything significant. But out of this 5-minute, what do we do? And what made me flip short is the close at 9:45. Okay, if we're gonna be bullish, we're gonna have a close, up here and continue higher. What did we end up doing? I ended up getting this huge wick off this 1-hour buy side or intermediate high, and my main thing was on the 5-minute here. We ended up not inversing it here, which is really surprising, but after that, this failed close, we got this literal death candle right here to the downside on the 1-minute, and from there I was like, alright, I'm going to take this. I wasn't even looking at the 1-minute, I was just on the 5-minute. I was like, alright, I'm going to enter this trade, break even at this swing low here, and target, if you flip to the 5-minute, we have this swing low here, this intermediate low on the 5-minute time frame. Well, that's not it. Right here. So this was my main target, and I ended up taking small partials when we kind of reacted off of this low, like right here, because we were also holding this SMT at the time as well. like right here, I ended up partialing, and then we ended up hitting this 5-minute intermediate low, and that's that. There was also this kind of decent 1-minute long. It would have been right here, would have got your entry, pretty tight stop, hold for a 1-to-1, break even at the 5-minute. I did like that. But yeah, that was my trade today. Really Well, I was really confident in it. I did really like it. Just not something I normally take. Usually I want the 5 minutes to close, but I figured when we got a candle like this, I'd get in. We also inversed this nice big 1 minute on that candle as well. I was just really confident, and I said if I were to get stopped out, I'd look for a re-entry. And I'm not mad about taking it. Ended up being a winner, and yeah, that's the recap for today.